Hello, everyone. This is your girl, Miss Terry Flower, and you are now tuned in to the Terry Flower Show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please remember everything discussed on this page is alleged. All photos and all of that stuff that's going to be used is for fair use purposes only, okay? But anyway, how is everybody out there doing? I hope everybody is doing good, and y'all get on in here so we can talk about these folks' business. Hello, everyone. This is your girl, Miss Terry Flower, and you are now tuned in to the Terry Flower Show. Thank you guys so much for listening with your girl. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hope everybody out there doing good. We are here today to review Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 6, Episode 17, or Season 17, Episode 2. I don't know. But whatever, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. The episode picks up where we left off. With Melody sitting down talking to Kiki about the Crime Stopper situation. Kiki lets Mel know that right now she has lawyers involved, so she can't confirm or deny anything. But Kiki does let us know that she has not relapsed, and she's happy, okay? And she said, once she vindicated, all the haters gonna bow down, okay? She also lets us know what I thought, that her damn cousin Tisha was the last person to contact her. She told Mel, well, you the first person to contact me, because Mel told her, hey, if you need any type of support, just know that I'm here for you. And she was like, thank you so much, And Tisha was like the last person to call me. Child, a fool. Right, as a child. So this scene just basically ends with Mel just trying to be like a broker of peace. She said it in her confessional. I'm gonna take it. Mel was just trying to let Kiki know where you and Tisha are still rebuilding your relationship. So of course she probably didn't call you. I'm pretty sure when Tisha was going through her situation with Marceau that you weren't calling her, and Kiki was like, I don't feel comfortable calling her about anything concerning Marceau. So she was like, okay, well, see how you didn't call her, she didn't call you, y'all working on rebuilding your relationship, don't even worry about it. She also lets Kiki know that Tiffany is going to be throwing a baby reveal, and Tiffany said she was going to invite Kiki, and she just let Kiki know, honey, be prepared, because you know how this group is, they get asking you questions, so you make sure you have your answers prepared. All right now? All right. In the next scene, we meet up with the knock-kneed and the delusional, and if you don't know who that is, that's Marceau and Tisha. They're renovating, I guess, the house that they were staying in before they moved into this new child. I don't know what the hell they got going on. They doing all this renovation and still ain't got nowhere to stay, but whatever, we're gonna keep on moving. Tisha comes in there and she asks Marceau about him going to court. Now, before I get on that, is it just me, or do he always be looking so miserable when he be around her? Like, the look on his face, he just be like, oh, here she go. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm reaching, I don't know, y'all let me know in the comments. But anyway, Tisha coming in, she asked him about how everything went in court, and he was like, honestly, it went surprisingly well. So they just basically finished that little conversation off with him saying that he gonna countersue with the people with the whole little lawsuit situation going on. So Tisha asked him about furniture. Child, why this man gonna say, well, we might have to rent to own some furniture? Negro, what? You remodeling this house. Y'all still supposed to be building Scott's Manor. You gotta living in a rental, and you go tell this woman she gotta rent to own her furniture, bruh? Then Tisha goes into the fact of telling him like, yo, why every time it's something for me, it's all of this budget, but when it's something for you, you just do it. Like, for instance, with that whole situation with your car. And he was like, oh, and I spent my allowance on that. My $3,500 for my allowance. That's what I spent on that. So it sounds to me like Tisha been looking at these numbers and like the math ain't mathing. The math ain't mathing. Yeah, Tisha, keep digging. Follow the money and you'll find out what's really going on. If you know, you know. But whatever, we gonna keep moving. They basically end that conversation with Marceau scolding Tisha about asking him about his money, saying that he don't ask her about her money. And she was like, well, you always get on to me about budget. And he like, Tisha, no, I don't. And it's like, Marceau, yes, you do. Bruh, we've been here for all these seasons. What, 6 seasons? 6 or 7 seasons? And baby, you stay on Tisha about whatever money that she's spending. He's telling Tisha that she's just basically undermining him, making him feel like she doesn't appreciate the sacrifices that he makes by doing all this damn construction that he doing, when the truth of the matter is, nigga, you wasting money. If y'all gonna be up here building on Scott's Manor, build Scott's Manor and stay in one house. Why in the hell is y'all renovating this other house now? Nigga, what is you doing? Ain't none of my business in people's life. Let them live it. We're going to go ahead and keep moving. Real quick before we move to the next scene, Marceau mentions the fact to Tisha that he did one thing for himself, and that was putting the wrap on his car. And I'm like, sir, we been here. You went on a whole solo trip to Africa. Nigga, you been doing stuff for yourself. Quit playing these games. He even tells Tisha how to apologize with fewer words. He's such an a-hole. Oh my gosh. She still apologizes to him. Delusional. Because I would say F-U-C-K-U, sir. Okay? But anywho, she said that she did all of this because she wants a new vehicle. Ugh, they make me sick. Moving on. In the next scene, we meet up with Stormy. She's meeting up with Tiffany. Tiffany asked her to help with the decorations and getting everything together for the baby reveal. So they're there. They come there. She meet this other lady that's actually setting up the little party. They're going to do waffles and all of that. And cute. Tiffany and doggone Stormy sit down and have a conversation, and she starts discussing who all is coming to the baby reveal. She said Tisha is the only one that has an RSVP that say that she's coming, and she asked Stormy, is that going to be a problem? And Stormy's like, no, as long as it's about the baby, everything should be fine. Tiffany with her mess ass was like, well, last time y'all were like, last time y'all were, Stormy's like, no, we just want like, get active, whatever, child. But anyway, we gonna keep moving on. Stormy basically lets Tiffany know she feels the same way about Marceau that we do. She says, with Tisha, I ain't really got no problem with Tisha, but with Marceau, I really can't do him. I have a problem with men that act like bitches. He think he the smartest person in the room, but he's really a asshole. Okay, so, that's how all of us feel. That's the general consensus around here. But whatever, we gonna keep moving. Tiffany goes on to let Stormy know there will be no men at the baby reveal or whatever like that. But she also lets her know that she's going to invite Kiki, which kind of threw Stormy out, because Stormy was like, you inviting Kiki? And she was like, well, what's the issue with me inviting Kiki? She like, well, every time y'all around each other, it's always an issue. And then Tiffany tried to be slick, like, oh, long as she don't come and steal any locks or centerpieces. Like, shut the hell up. Then she goes into talking about the Crime Stopper situation. They're like, a mom uses her child to steal, and she was like, even when they told her to put the stuff back, she still brought some stuff out the store. She was rushing out of the parking lot. She almost hit a car. And it's like, baby, common sense ain't telling you that if this woman really stole like how these people said she did, her ass would be in jail, ma'am. That ain't sunk in yet? Okay, whatever. We gonna keep moving. They go on to discuss some more stuff about Kiki, but I don't give a damn about that, honey. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this thing, okay? So, Stormy asks, what's the girl name? Stormy asks Tiffany, how are you doing? How are you balancing everything? And she's just like, I gotta watch out for my 15 and 16-year-old. Now I got the baby. I gotta also still be a wife. It's a lot to balance. It's a lot to juggle. Sometimes I just feel like I'm just going through the motions. And then she also lets us know that Big Lou, he been out of town the whole time coaching at some college or whatever like that. And she's like, he just hasn't been home. And you could tell it's really affecting her, that she wants him to be home and be there to support her. But I remember when she was saying she wanted to have a baby, Big Lou was telling her he didn't think that was the best thing for them to do, because they ain't gonna have the time. They already be working and doing all this stuff. That man told her ass this, but she didn't listen. And now she got the baby, and now she got all that pressure on her. Now, I'm not saying that Big Lou should not have to come home and take care of his baby and also participate and be there to take a lot of the load off of her shoulder to help her balance all these different moving parts in the household. But at the same time, when somebody tell your ass what they want and how they feel, goddamn it, listen. Okay, and whatever. We're gonna go and move on. In the next scene, we meet back up with the knock-kneed and the delusional. And they're here to meet up with the Fletchers. All right, so they had some little factory, little restaurant. They said it was their date night, but instead they're gonna do a double date night since the Fletchers want to get to know them. So we see the Fletchers coming on in. They get in their confessional, and they say they want to ask Marceau and Tisha why they wasn't invited to the Black Expo. And I say, child, it don't matter. You ain't miss shit. Anyway, we gonna keep moving. Marceau so goddamn disrespectful. That's why I call him Mr. Knock-Kneed. Anywho, child. So the Fletchers go ahead and get to asking them like, hey, y'all told us at Mariah's party that you were going to make sure that we were invited to the Black Expo. And here go Marceau, I didn't even know what you guys do. And Fletcher like, I'm a realtor broker or whatever like that. And he like, oh, well. And then the wife was like, well, what do you think I do? And he said, well, I thought, Fletcher make a lot of money and you're just his pretty wife. Just disrespecting this woman. This woman been in the daycare business for 29 years. He's done some, did y'all tell me that? And they like, yeah. So disrespectful ass. Whatever, we gonna keep moving. Oh, going. What is the Fletcher wife name? What is her name? I gotta get her name, y'all, so I can start saying it in these doggone reviews. But anywho, honey, so Marceau goes into making the excuse of, well, we weren't friends with you guys to invite y'all. So there was like, why would we invite y'all and we ain't cool with the Holtz and we met y'all through the Holtz? Why would we invite y'all or whatever like that? Man, that woman say, this isn't high school or college. We don't operate like that. And then teacher was like, no, there was like a line drawn. She was like, oh, okay, so y'all operate like that. I don't think that Marceau and Tisha is gonna be able to mentally keep up with this couple here, okay? But whatever. This shit is just foolish, okay? So they talking about the Black Expo and how everything went or whatever, and Fletcher was like, well, you got all hands on deck? Did everybody pay in? And they were like, well, no, Mel didn't speak. She showed up. Martell spoke a little bit. And the truth of the matter is, hell no, everybody ain't all in on this. Everybody feeling like this is a Ponzi scheme, a pyramid, okay? And then Marceau gonna sit up there and say, well, no, we didn't pay anybody to speak, but what we did do is we didn't charge them. Did you charge Stormy them $100? And according to your brother, you charged them $100 too? Like, wait a minute. This man be telling so many lies, I don't think he can keep up with them. But whatever, honey. Caught the lady off guard. Her name Nell. I finally got it. Caught Nell off guard. Nell say, hold up, wait a minute. Did I hear this correctly? So you didn't charge them for their time to come and speak. That's what you saying to me? Child, a fool. Marceau continues to prove how trash she is. So he tried to take shots at Mel. Them talking about he ain't finna pay nobody to talk about their shirts. And the doggone Fletchers had to call it out. The Fletchers was like, now wait a minute, we ain't gonna shade the hosts. They was in business. And the lady Miss Nell say, and you was in business with them. He gonna talk to, well, where they at now? Nigga, where you at? In lawsuit court? What the hell is we talking about? I'm sick of him. They wrapped that little conversation up by Marceau saying going forward, he's going to make sure he reaches out to them and invite them to different stuff. Well, Tisha jumps in and starts asking them about, have y'all ever dealt with infidelity in y'all marriage? Now, they didn't take it bad at all, because even Nell got into the confessional and she said, at first I kind of took it as a blow, but then it was kind of like she wanted to have a personal conversation with me. Now, Nell's husband said it kind of felt like she was reaching out for help, okay? And I agree with him. I think she was reaching out for help. She wanted more information. And when this scene happened, you know what this reminded me of, you guys? You remember when them pictures came out and they were saying that it was Marceau in the hotel with a girl, and then when Tisha came to the restaurant and they sat in the car or whatever, and he told her that he was not out there with not in Atlanta with no girl, he was with Fletcher. So now I'm like, now wait a minute, sir. You just sat here in this dinner and said that you don't really know these people like that. That's why you didn't invite them to the Black Expo. Y'all were only friends through the Holtz. But wasn't this the same man you used as an excuse to say you was in Atlanta with him? I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. Because is this the right Fletcher? We gonna keep moving. Either way, honey, when Tisha brought this conversation up, Marceau immediately shut it down. He did not want this conversation to keep going. Babe, hun. He shut her down like how he always does. She apologizes because she's like, I don't want to make you guys uncomfortable. And Nell lets her know, oh, we're absolutely fine. It don't bother us at all. You can ask us. You know what I'm saying? See, these are people that's done got past it. And Marceau talks, oh, no, we got to rewind, because I would be hella offended if you guys asked me. Of course you would, nigga, because you got skeletons rolling out your damn closet. It's so much that need to be revealed, but we ain't gonna stay right there. We gonna keep moving. In the next scene, we meet up with Tiffany at this baby reveal, honey. She's so excited, baby. She walked through them doors and a damn thing done, okay? So she going and she like, well, what's going on? Why isn't anything set up? And that lady let her know. One thing I love about older people, they straight to the point, because it started pouring down raining and we had to be strategic on how we was gonna get this stuff in here, okay? And that lady went on. That lady gave Tiffany the energy like, now move your ass around now and let me get done, okay? I don't need no more stress than what I already got. But anywho, child, then Stormy comes in and Stormy looking around like, what? And Tiffany like, we got some pink gloves. And Stormy like, okay, I'm gonna help. What can I do? And she was like, I really just want to make sure this day isn't stressful for Tiffany. So whatever I need to do, I'm gonna help. So then both of them start working on it. Next thing you know, here come Kimmy through the door. Kimmy come in, hey, they like, oh, you look so beautiful. And they hugging and shit like that. And then Kimmy look around, Kimmy say, you need some help with something? Yes, girl, she need help. You know what I'm saying? Damn balloon still in the bag. Okay, girl. And Mel comes through the door. Mel hugs everybody. She speaks to Stormy. Stormy act like she digging through her purse, so she ain't got to speak to Mel. All of this is just weird, child. Whatever. They all standing in a little circle and they get back to talking about this damn expo. I'm so sick of hearing about this expo because it wasn't that successful. But whatever, we gonna keep on moving, child. They get to talking about that and, you know, like, oh, well, where's Tisha? And Kimmy like, well, I don't know if she RSVP'd, if she coming, so they don't really know if she coming. And then Stormy was talking about, you know, the expo was a shit show. And Mel was like, well, who you got into it with? She was like, Marceau, and again about them $100. And then Kimmy also lets her know that they paid $100 too. She found it out when she talked to Maurice. Again, I still feel like Maurice lying, but we gonna, that's neither here nor there. We're gonna let that go. Then Miss Nell comes to the door and they go back to hey, how you doing? Oh my god, you look so good. Phony ass people. So everybody sit down, get comfortable. We got Stormy and Kimmy sitting over here talking. Then we got Miss Nell and Mel over here talking, honey. And in the conversation with Stormy and Kimmy, Kimmy was like, well, did you and Tisha ever get a chance to talk or whatever like that? And Stormy was like, no, we haven't had an opportunity to sit down and talk. And she was like, well, how was everything between y'all? Because, you know, the last time you were like up here, you were like really, you know, upset. And Stormy was like, girl, no, I'm fine, girl. I was fine that day. You know, Stormy was basically saying, girl, I don't give a damn enough about Tisha to stay mad. Okay, it ain't that serious. She didn't say that, but that was the energy she was giving. Then over here with the Stormy, not Stormy, but Mel and Miss Nell conversation. Miss Nell let her know that she met up, her and her husband met up with the knock need and the delusional. And she can tell that Tisha doesn't really know if she wants to open up to Miss Nell because Miss Nell has a relationship with Mel. You know, it's my high school shit, child. Whatever. Moving on. Real quick, this lady, Miss Nell, keep calling Tisha Tish, and it's hilarious to me. Okay? Her name is Tisha, Miss Nell, or Delusional, whichever one you want to call her, okay? And so Miss Nell go ahead and let Mel know about the little shot that Marceau took at her. And Mel was like, well, how did I come up in the conversation? And Miss Nell was like, you know, we were talking about who spoke and who didn't speak. And he was like, he don't feel like he should have to pay somebody who's only selling t-shirts. Like, it's like y'all ain't, you and Martell ain't professional enough and all of that. When we all know the whole business, that the soap business, the scope, the however you say it, child, that was started with Martell off the back of Mel, because we see right now Martell don't know shit about business, okay, but whatever, honey. So he taking shots and Mel get pissed off. Mel was like, now wait a minute, now the fact that he didn't want to pay me, I didn't even take that as a jab. I was just gonna let that be. But the truth of the matter is, why I want to be on stage with somebody who got a lawsuit against him for about $5.7 million for fraud? I said, ooh. And Miss Nell was like, ooh. And so they done semi pissed Mel off of Mel, like, now wait a minute, now I've been playing cool with y'all and now you want to play with my name? Don't do that, because y'all also sell shirts and mugs, okay? But anyway, y'all, that's the end of the episode. We gonna see what happened in the next one, child. Thank you so much for tuning in with your girl, Miss Terry Flower. This has been the Terry Flower Show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you get on down in them comments and tell me how you felt about this episode. Anyway, hope everybody have a good day. Peace.